We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Right away, they'll change the look. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Now Burrow to throw on second down. Dumps it off to Mixon. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Burrow. That's into a crowd and intercepted. It's Sidney Brown with it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. In motion left is Watkins. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. There for the sack, B.J. Hill.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Bengals drive about to get going. And their opening drive, that ended with the interception. Fortunate, though, it didn't lead to points.
It didn't lead to points, and because they kind of got away with one, maybe you come back and throw something similar again to show that you're not afraid, that you're not going to back down, and take your shot. Let the defense know that you're going to be there all game long.
Flushed out right. Oh, poor decision there, and it's going to be intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. With such a costly interception, nearly a pick six, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Play action. Here's Hurts. Sliding out of the pocket. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
They will run it with Swift here. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. DeAndre Swift. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
On second down, here's Burrow. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Reed Blankenship able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Looking to throw. That is caught. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Burrow will throw. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Burrow going to set up the draw. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. 7th play of this drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down. Burrow looking to pass. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles are going to get the football here at their own 23. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for Philly. 52 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. In motion left goes Smith. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And this one complete to Smith. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd down, Swift. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. Hurts. And this is going to be incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. On the move to his left. And this is going to be intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. I appreciate the aggressiveness trying to go for it there on 4th down, but you're in the red zone, had 3 points in your back pocket. Instead, Charles, they throw it away.
Certainly a big call to go for it on 4th down. As you said, in the red zone. Definitely going to cost them 3 points, and we'll see how that affects the game as time goes on.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Second and 10 now, Burrow. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Sidney Brown with it, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. I mean, 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared, had an excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
9 yards on the first down. Keeper, and it's 2nd and 1. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. Swift is into the end zone for an Eagle touchdown. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Elliott on for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Bengals drive about to get going. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by James Bradbury. And the Eagles will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. They go play action with Hurts. This one complete down the field to Goddard. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And they're going to speed things up here. On first down, Hurts. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A.J. Brown, as the first half is winding down. And the Eagles will extend their lead here just before halftime. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are a mile high at Broncos Stadium in Denver, Colorado. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Denver Broncos. And off we go from Denver. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
Williams going to get it again on second down. Yeah, boy, this defense came to play. They're going to bottle him up behind the line again. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. That's going to be caught by Judy. A gain of 4, not enough, and it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Sidney Brown with it. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They begin the drive with Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They go play action with Wilson. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That goes for a gain of 31.
You ask tight ends about their favorite routes to run, and surprisingly, this will pop up as one of their staples because they run so many routes in the middle of the field. How about this one? Starts downfield, bends it to the corner, great touch on the football, and they turn that one into a big play.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 32. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go. Now Wilson changing the play. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Flush to his right. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Not liking the look. They'll change the play. And they'll bring Judy in motion right. They'll fake the jet sweep and instead give up the middle to Williams. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. Williams, no signal, and now they say he did not get in. He is stonewalled at the 1. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. 3 tight ends up front here, 3rd and goal. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. He'll buy some time right. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. Touchdown, Broncos. Mike Burton from a yard out. And the Broncos are an extra point away from drawing level. Lutz with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. In motion right is Watkins. They run out of the gun with Swift. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. From the gun, here's Swift. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down. These two teams all tied after 1. Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Throwing is Hurts. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. Out now is the punter, Braden Mann. And Marvin Mims deep for Denver. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Now the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Broncos 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now it's Wilson. Caught left side, Williams. Only able to gain a couple there, and it's 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They go play action now. Wilson. He's got his 6'5 receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 45-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. And Wilson going to change things up here. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down. Now they'll change things around before the snap. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Screen play set up for Williams. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. The Broncos in the hurry up trying to get to their positions and get set quickly. On second down, Wilson. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Wilson now to throw on third down. Steps away to his left. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Wilson. Open man. He completes it to Judy. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. Oh, good footwork on the spin. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on fourth and goal from the 1. Running it with a fullback, Burton. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. On the stop that time, it was Josie Jewell.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on second down. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. This is Smith with a grab. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
But it's not been the best game for him. But he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete. But you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. He finds his man, complete. That's Watkins. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Here's Hurts to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
They read zone coverage there and thought there was some space to send their guy right into the middle on a slant, hoping he would get lost. Instead, they read it quite well and closed quickly.
Hurts sets up to throw it. He'll get this off to Swift. And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to about the 19. So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. The kick by Elliott is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. Now, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
Play action. Now Wilson. That's complete to Troutman, right side. And quickly they get to the line. On third down, Wilson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They go play action with Wilson. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 41, here's 2nd and 3. They give it to Williams, running right. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Here's Wilson. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 19. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Wilson. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. And they'll bring Judy in motion right. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll bring up 4th down. So a big one coming now for Will Lutz. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. The kick by Lutz is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting. And now off to the races down the right side. 51 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. They've kept him in check until that run. That's the first time he's really gotten loose in this game.
And they have to keep that in mind. Don't dwell on the fact that he finally had a big run. You kind of are counting on that as the game went on. Get back to what you were doing before. Start limiting.
And he's into the clear. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Another big play as they get 28 out of that one. They've done a pretty good job containing him up until this drive, and until that run, there was no containing him at all.
Yeah, you're right about that. He finally popped free. But we didn't have to be in their practice sessions. We didn't have to be in their meeting rooms. They planned for a run like that to happen, maybe a couple of them. But what did they tell their guys all week? You know what they said. Move on to the next play. That one just happened. Let it go.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Brown the motion man right. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. DeAndre Swift. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. They do tack on the extra point as well, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. This is 1st and 10. Now Wilson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
And he is going to get out of bounds with the first down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Wilson to throw. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them the completion.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted but it winds up falling incomplete. This secondary as a unit, they've worked really well together in this one, especially late.
A lot of cohesiveness, a lot of communication, and some great athleticism. They're playing so well now, a nickname is sure to follow. They're going to have to name this whole unit soon.
And almost, but not quite. Needed 10, he got 9. Fourth down. No choice but to go. Here's fourth down now. Rolling to his right. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. Here's Wilson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Reed Blankenship in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Here comes second down. Throwing now is Wilson. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. And now time for one final play that has to be obviously in the end zone.
Can't wait to see what they call, but you want to get it to your best player. Sometimes you have to do it by formation. Move everyone to one side, and maybe he gets a one-on-one isolated on the backside.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. But, Charles, a heartbreaking way to lose this game. They got into position for that final play. We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Straight ahead, a rematch from Super Bowl 57, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Already here, they'll audible to something else. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 5. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not.
The throw for Tony is intercepted. It's Sidney Brown with it. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 41. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Swift. That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Going deep here for Watkins. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Offenses all over continue to be aggressive, and most people never turn down a shot at a deep ball, but oftentimes it attracts a little bit of extra attention, and it did on that play, and that one got knocked away.
This one out quickly to Watkins. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Throwing is Hurts. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. The Eagles send out their punter now. Waiting on it will be Richie James. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Successive penalties have them looking now at a 1st and 20. On play action, it's Mahomes. He's going to sling this deep downfield. This is intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Eagles will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his 2nd interception.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Play action. Here's Hurts. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And this one is incomplete.
That sun's going to be a factor all game long. I'm not sure it made a difference on that one, but it's something to think about on all deep throws during this time of year.
Here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. This one complete down the field to Goddard. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Hurts. He finds his man, complete. It's Watkins. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Second and 7. Now Hurts going to shift him around a bit. From the 22, Hurts. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They go play action with Hurts. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. A 22-yard touchdown ground. And the Eagles use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And now they'll shift things around. Here's Pacheco once again. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this 1st half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. On 1st down, Hurts. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. This is Swift on the counter. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Here's Hurts to throw. Past the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the gun, it's Hurts. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Now Hurts going to move him around. On 2nd down, Swift. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down. Hurts sets up to throw it. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that one on target, and it adds to this 1st half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Escapes the defender, and he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
A 1st and 10 here, and if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. He finds his man, Sky Moore. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Now they'll change things up. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. That's complete to Tony. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. 2nd and a couple. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Now a 2nd and 2. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Sidney Brown with it. And the Eagles are going to get the football back at their own 17. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this is caught. It's Brown. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. 10-0 is our score as we get started again on EA Sports. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Second down. Here's Hurts. This is Smith with a grab. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be second down. Now Hurts looking to change the play. Looking to throw again on second down. Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. So they'll say no to the 50-yard field goal try. Instead, the offense out there, they're going for it. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. They'll try it now with Swift. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. This is caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That goes for a gain of 31. Hurts going to run it himself. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Touchdown, Eagles! Jalen Hurts finding A.J. Brown. And the Eagles take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Elliott good on the extra point. And that makes our score 17-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
They go play fake. Mahomes. That went into the hands of Tony downfield. Still going inside the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Kadarius Toney, 84 yards. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play. And just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. On the option to give to Swift here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Over the middle here to Brown. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Eagles on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run here with Swift. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now Hurts changing up the play. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are right back in this football game. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a toss left for Pacheco. Takes it to about the 37.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
So from the 37, here's a 2nd down and 6. Now Mahomes. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Throwing now is Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now Mahomes got to have this one. That is caught. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Mahomes to throw once more. A dump down to McKinnon. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, no one wants to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
Well, you don't have to beg the Philly faithful to make noise. On their feet for 3rd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
There are not many times where you might say it's a detriment to have a quarterback with a cannon for an arm, but this might be one of those few times. He just laid that one out there a bit too far, and his receiver couldn't run under it.
This one, an absolute must. It's 4th and 4. Mahomes throwing on 4th. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles are going to have it here just past the 25. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there, and he winds up giving the ball away.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. That one looks like he'll throw here. Complete. Smith has it. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down. Play action. Here's Hurts. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Michael Dana. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. Going deep here for Watkins. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's Sidney Brown with it. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So pass interference the call, and that does not look to be going over too well on the defensive side.
Or on their sideline, because I believe their head coach is saying right now, hey, you've got to call that both ways.
They go play action with Hurts. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Goddard. And that should do it. He's got a 1st down. And the Eagles, they can run it out from here. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. It'll be Hurts on the option. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Jalen Hurts. A 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Eagles are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Keely Ringo picks it off. And the Eagles are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you could just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there. And they'll go backwards right away.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Rodgers. This one finds Wilson downfield. Down the left sideline. Garrett Wilson. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Garrett Wilson, 77 yards. And the Jets need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at the 34. Now they'll audible to something else. On 1st down, Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 23 yards, the final tally. In motion comes the tight end left. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now Hurts going to shift him around a bit. Now a play fake here on 1st down. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. But good hands there defensively. It's 2nd down.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. What a run there by Jalen Hurts. And the Eagles are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Elliott good on the extra point. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him to first. Rodgers now on first down. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Sliding out of the pocket. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And it'll be intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. DeAndre Swift on his horse. Touchdown, Philadelphia. DeAndre Swift, 96 yards. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of the tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
Third down, Dalvin Cook. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on fourth down. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Quez Watkins, 28 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers.
That ball nearly intercepted. The rookie had his hands on it, but couldn't pull it in.
This defense has passed its first two tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on third down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
Picked up by James Bradbury. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
And, partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency.
Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown. A.J. Brown, 46 yards.
And the Eagles have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Boy, CD, what a start for them. Still in the first quarter. They're absolutely blitzing them. All the points that they've put up, I'm not sure what you say on the other sideline right now.
I think it's as simple as this. They're playing. There's no limits on what this lead could become.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Elliott now to kick this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this, because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Being chased out left.
And this one too low.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions maybe in the back of his mind.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right.
Down the sideline he goes.
He will go out right near the 35-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Rodgers directing traffic, going to change the play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This is caught inside the 15.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 13-yard line.
Now a give running right. It's Cook. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. The Jets on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. He's got his target. That's complete. And the Jets are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Rodgers now to throw. Rolling to his left. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Aaron Rodgers. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Jets are able to cut into that deficit. Rodgers and the Jet offense staying out there. They'll go for 2. Rodgers will throw for it. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
He's got a man complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 34.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And that's going to be caught downfield by Brown.
Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Eagles are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together.
And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Darius Slay with a pick.
And the Eagles are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Well, there are several factors at play for why they face this deficit right now, Charles, but well, that's now 3 interceptions that he has thrown and just giving the football away. Pretty careless here in the opening half.
Yeah, I know that all of our parents taught us to share as youngsters. But in this game, you don't want to share with the...
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted.
Adrian Amos with a pick.
And the Jets force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it. Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Open man downfield is Hardman. He's got it. Now inside the 25. Mecole Hardman.
Touchdown, Jets.
Mecole Hardman.
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Jets are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Terrific. Touchdown. I know we've got a game now.
Yeah, I think anytime you go into the second half down just 1 or 2 scores, you feel not where you want to be, but in a pretty good spot.
And I think for most teams, when they go into the half in this situation, it's not a lot of adjusting going on. It's much more, all right, guys, let's just play a little bit better than we did in the first half.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. From the 34-yard line, here's second and a couple. And Hurts going to move him around. Right back to Swift again on second down. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Throwing is Hurts. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
And I could see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And the Jets will take over here at their own 14-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They coming off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball. That cut down the lead. Now the defense does their part, got them the football back.
So now maybe with the touchdown they scored previously, plus their defense making that stand up and getting them the ball right back, momentum may be shifting in their favor.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Getting the ball is Cook running left. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now a play fake. Rodgers. He'll buy some time right. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Down inside the 40.
Well, so far, this game has gone the way the defensive coordinator had hoped. They've dictated things, and they've not let them run the ball very well at all. They gave up a nice game there. I doubt it'll back off their confidence. They've played so well throughout this entire game.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. To throw is Rodgers. Open man here is Conklin. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 21. That's thrown quickly out wide to Lazard. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be second down.
On play action, it's Rodgers.
Wilson's got it on the crossing route.
This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. Throwing is Rodgers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
It's Sidney Brown with it. And the Eagles are going to get the football back at their own 17. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
Hurts.
That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Three quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
Rolling to his right.
And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. And the Jets are right back in this football game. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And the last time out, they had the good drive going. You get in the red zone, they throw the interception. Not their first pick of the game either, so we'll see if they're more careful, more cautious here on this drive.
Yeah, nothing worse than repeat mistakes, right? You end up coughing the ball up, you end up throwing a pick, everything goes awry, and now points don't go up on the board. I just heard a fan scream out, I thought the idea was to score points. Yeah, they're getting a little restless too.
2nd and 10.
Throwing now is Rodgers. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And now they're in the hurry-up. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers.
He's going to get this one down to Cook.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll make it 2nd down. On play action, Rodgers.
He finds Wilson.
And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 14. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. This will be caught at about the 6. Touchdown!
Aaron Rodgers hitting Allen Lazard. And the Jets are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Big play coming now for the Jets as they'll set up to go for 2.
Cook, they'll try and run it.
But he will not get into the end zone. And that one hurts as it will remain a 2-score game here in the 4th. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
They run out of the gun with Swift.
There he goes left side.
DeAndre Swift.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.